Hey traders, John Howell here. So, King Russell, baby, is back on the table. King Russell, baby, is back on the table. Now, what am I talking about here? Right now, for you OG guys, all of last year, this is obviously IWM right now, what you're looking at right now, this is IWM. And all of last year, I had the term King Russell, baby, King Russell. Now, why was I saying King Russell, baby? I saw by looking at this weekly chart up here, and let me show you this here. I'll blow up from a big picture perspective. This is a big weekly chart. And I saw this level up here and this level down here as a big channel here, right? You can see it's really big channeling through here, so on and so forth. And last year, I thought, okay, that's it. The market's starting to increase. We're probably likely to start to see Russell break out finally and start to see the overall long-term upward move continue. Now, what do I mean by that? If I bring up this chart here, right, this here is a logarithmic weekly chart, big long-term weekly chart, okay? You have this weekly chart here as well too, but let me go to this level here. Big long-term weekly chart. What do you see here? Overall to the upside, we've had these dips these dips, but I saw King Russell, baby, being a igniting fuel to the markets, and it's going to finally break out. When it does break out, we're probably likely to go for a nice move. Now, where nice move? We probably could see the channel up here, right? This is just the channel, there to there, right? You can see that's the channel from there to there. And then that's the resistance point. Very, very nicely connected it through there. So there's a high probability we're going to see this market move to the upside. Now, I thought last year, King Russell, baby, is back on the table, right? Now, King Russell, baby, could be the starter of the melt-up that's coming. Do you guys still think the top is in? Do you really still think the top is in? King Russell, baby, is leading the way. Here we go, right? Right. So, now I saw last year as being the move to the upside, but we didn't. I was wrong. Oh my goodness, I got it wrong. This is the daily chart. What ended up happening last year? We were going, right? And I did get it right for the majority of the year, right? King Russell, baby, did actually have a move to the upside. So I remember I had a longer term option on this one here and I made 85% return. So I still made money on this trade. But King Russell, baby, just didn't really become King Russell, baby. It didn't really break out. Now, again, it did have a nice move, meaning like majority through all this level here, we did see a nice 20-30% rise in 2024. But I was thinking more of, that's it, we're going to break, we're going to start to see that move. But this actually had more in tune for me. But now, as you can see, what's happening now? Now we're starting to see King Russell, baby, starting to lead the way from here. Now, King Russell, baby, has actually... We've actually made this move to the upside, but now we're actually starting to see some form of a trend, right? Meaning, if I bring up this weekly chart here, we're starting to see this market finally, after all this time, guess what we're starting to see now? That was the resistance. That was the resistance. All the support through there. Up, down, up, down. Now, guess what we're getting? A move up, poked its head back above, come back down. Now we're getting a bounce. What does that mean? King Russell, baby, is back on table. So, King Russell, baby, could be leading the way, by the way, right? Leading the way, meaning this is the daily charts here. And if you look at the last 6 months, look at this here. We've actually clearly broken out of this downward phase from here. We had this nice big move to the upside, okay? Nice big move. Yeah, I'll take that off the screen. Don't really need that. All right, nice move. We are definitely in a strong upward trend here, as you can see, right? Meaning we have this lows and high lows, right? People say the trend's over. What are you talking about? Trend is just getting started, my man. All right, there we go. Big to the upside. But anyway, now we're starting to see a really strong move out of Russell. Russell could be now getting ignited in the markets to start to see that move finally after all this time. And if it does, and it does look like we're actually getting, this is the first sign of light out of King Russell. Get ready for a face ripper rally. And Russell could be leading the way. We're definitely getting a lot stronger bars here compared to the other indices, right? This is the Russell. This is the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, it's still going up here, right? We're not really breaking out of that level yet. This is the Dow Jones here, right? Yeah, Dow Jones, nice big up bar, right? Here we go, right? Either way, I see melt up coming. Here's the NASDAQ as well too, NASDAQ 100. Here's the S&P 500. Now, by the way, this is the S&P 500 right here, right? Look what's happened here. Came all the way down, bounced off this major resistance line. Look at this here, resistance all through there. Now, by the way, it had the 1 touch and the 2 touch and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6. And then it bounces off there. You still think the market's going down? You still think the top's in? I don't think so. I don't think so. The trend is still up. Trend is your friend until the end. Don't fight it. Please do not fight it. Please do not fight it. Please do not short this market. Well, actually, you can do whatever you want to do, right? So it's totally up to you. Just don't cry to me over the next 2-3 months when you're losing your face because you're trying to short a big bull market. It's not happening. We're getting a big bounce here right now, and it's starting to happen right now. And King Russell is already ready to lead the way, right? And then once it does happen, guess what, guys? Guess what? Now we can start to see, I have an 8,500 target now, once we start to see this here. And it is holding, guys. Resistance. Comes down, finds support, holds for a bit, moves up, and then we have a big move to the upside. Right? Big move to the upside is coming. We're holding through here. Nice big high or low, right? If you look at the fear and greed index, there's so much fear still right now. After all this time, look at the fear in the marketplace. Oh my goodness, we're still at extreme fear. Now, guess what that means? You know what that means? That means now we're probably getting ready for a nice move back to the extreme greed. And what does that mean? That means what? Let me put this up there. What does that mean? When the market gets to this extreme, now this is where a lot of people get this wrong. I'm talking about an indicator that gives us an overall direction of where the market's likely to start to move over the next, say, month. I said month, meaning it could be this week that it's starting. I don't know, but as you can see here, over the course of a few weeks of it finding the bottom, we eventually, within 2-3 months later, what are we experiencing? Big move. We may not be finding a bottom now. Come back to me in 2 months later when we're seeing a big move to the upside, right? But King Russell, baby, right now is at this place right here. And we're seeing it right now, right? We're seeing this level from here. And we're seeing Russell having a really big move to the upside. Big move. Now, that's one thing I've been saying. Second thing I've been saying is what? TMF rally. Did you see what happened to TMF today? Nice little move to the upside. What's happening with interest rates right now, guys? Look at this here. Interest rates still falling off a cliff. Big, continuing. What? The trend is your friend until the end, right? High, lower highs, and lower highs, and lower highs, and lower high, and boom, 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 boom. No, John, the interest rates are going up. See what I'm doing? I don't make life hard for myself, right? The trend is your friend until the end. And the interest rates are continuing to go down. 10 years going down from here, right? Here's the 30-year, still continuing down from here. Overall, look at this here. If the chart starts here and ends down there, that's called down, not up. And if that's the case, that's called trend. And if that's the case, you go with that. This here is down, so you go with that. Russell or S&P 500, this is called up, so you go with that. Make sense, guys? Anyway, traders, first link in the description. I'm giving you a free trading book. Make sure you go get access to the book, guys. I'm going to actually, it's an amazing book based off lessons that I've learned from my own experience. Jesse Livermore, W.D. Gann, Paul Tudor Jones, all that sort of stuff. You're going to absolutely love it. And also, guys, if you'd like to join my 1% group where you're with me every day, then there's that second link in the description. You can go see the testimonials. I've got my equity curve there as well too. All that sort of stuff. Go over there right there, guys. Fill out the application form, and I'll personally call you to see if you're a good fit. And I'll speak to you real soon.